I'm off on an autumn walk again this time, heading up an impressive and imposing pyramid of rock with priceless views in the far northwest. It's a wet and muddy trail to start with, but more than worth the effort.
My name's Feargus, and this is the middle of nowhere. Just a fairly short video again today. Such are the realities of fitting in my hikes with parenting responsibilities and sharing those with my other half. So I don't have the time to camp tonight, but it's such a lovely day that I could not resist to go on a hike. And I've been meaning to do this one for a while, because it's only just up the road from me, really, as the crow flies at least. So I'm on my way up to the Fiddler, which is a very distinctive, very imposing kind of pyramid of rock when you see it from the north. If you're going hiking on Stack Polly or the other peaks of Assynt, but the way up it is actually along this muddy trail on the other side. So that's what I'm doing. Air is very clear today. It's stunning. I can clearly see details right out on Harris and Lewis across the Minch and the Summer Isles, which are dotted around here. Absolutely stunning. It's surprisingly warm, actually. This morning when I left the house in Ullapool, there was the first ground frost of the year. But now, I mean, it's not warm, but it's relatively warm, too warm to hike in my fleece. I mean, the last few days have been fairly cold, and it snowed on the Munros, so you can see snow on the Fanix back there. I should show you this. Like most of the mountains around here, this one is predominantly made of Torridon Sandstone. And you can really see in places how it was formed. Although it's sandstone, it wasn't formed in a desert like some sandstones. This was formed in a fluvial system, so a great big enormous river estuary, and in between the actual flows of water you've got huge areas of sand and gravel which can be hundreds and hundreds of meters deep, which was the case when this was formed. And if you look closely, you can really see different size sand grains in it, and right here where I'm sitting there's even lots of pebbles. So these pebbles were washed down a river something like 700 or 800 million years ago, I can't remember exactly, when there was no life essentially on the land at all. But these were tumbling down this river and tumbling around in the water, getting smoothed out like typical river stones. So the actual embedded stones and the sand grains predate the formation of this actual solid rock that I'm sitting on. And you got all kinds of different kinds of stones which formed in an even earlier age. So, and I can't tell you how long ago that was. It's probably quite different depending on the stone you look at. Yeah. I'm going to step back because I just realized I might be standing on a overhang. Yes, it's probably pretty sturdy, but an overhang nonetheless. Check it out. Absolutely spectacular. Of course, the money shot is up at the top. Amazing. Let's go. Oh yeah, now that is a view. Ooh, it's a long way. It's a little bit too narrow here for my paraglider. I'd love to fly off this. Look at the drop, spectacular. Awesome to be standing on this great big triangular point and to see exactly what you're standing on cast as a shadow down there over the mountain opposite. And then of course out there is the spectacular peak of Stack Polly. Beyond that, the spectacular peak of Sullivan. Beyond that, the spectacular ridge of Cooney. To the right, with a little dusting of snow on it, we got Benmore Assynt. And off to the east, it's colder than here, which is typical because there's a very moderating influence of the sea out there on the climate here. But as soon as you start moving inland, you get all that snow up around Ben Darragh and the Fanix. I really need to put on a jumper and eat something now. It was quite a warm temperature further down, but it's distinctively colder up here. Amazing how quickly things can change. Even though the clouds up here that are problematic in terms of my light for photographs are really quite high up and quite thin, they make a big difference. They can change the light from something which is really strong and punchy and full of life to something a lot more dull, and that's what has happened. The clouds seemed to be moving at a glacial pace, and then all of a sudden, bang, I realized, oh crap, it's all going to go in about 5 minutes. So I've been rushing around and getting a couple of pictures, which I'm happy with reasonably, before everything goes wrong, because I think now it's probably it in terms of the bright sunlight. I will hang around and just observe what's happening, but I don't think I'm going to get it back. There's a terrific view from the loch down there on that little beach of the face of the Fiddler. I went up there just on an evening walk a couple of months ago when it was still late summer and the whole place was carpeted with intense purple heather flowers. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to have to go back there at some point and camp. That was my first time there. And this is my first time here. It's not looking good in terms of the sun coming back out from the clouds. I am enjoying just sitting here, and every so often I can hear the roar from a stag across these glens because it's rutting season and they're all roaring to assert their dominance over a particular territory. I think I am going to spend a little bit more time just enjoying the place and then make my way down so I don't have to go down in the dark, because I don't think I'm going to get the really nice evening light. So this is a spectacular place. I would highly recommend it to anybody interested. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the little thumbs up button, and I will see you again pretty soon.